Quarter time, not really lot to report. Boring game so far. West Coast 2-2-14, Collingwood 1-2-8. Both teams playing very defensive. West Coast putting all their players behind the back. Pretty much in the midfield where they're struggling, where they're missing a lot of players, but the defensive and forward line are basically at full strength. Collingwood are missing Dugowie and Adams, a bit of grunt, but look, Collingwood to me are playing the better football. Just haven't been able to get the score on the board. So let's see how the second quarter goes. I'll have a bit more of a understanding how the game goes at half time. I don't have any of the stats in front of me because I don't want to check my phone for the score. So hopefully be back live at half time. So we're sitting here at half time. Both sides kicking 5 goals that quarter. Collingwood kicking 5-4. Eagles kicked 5 straight. Of course they do. West Coast 7-2-44. Lead Collingwood by 2.66-42. Collingwood twice snagged back the lead that quarter, and twice West Coast were able to get the lead back straight away, which was a bit frustrating from a Collingwood point of view. West Coast got out to like a 14 or 15 point lead that quarter. Then Collingwood kicked 3 straight. Then West Coast kicked the next 2. Then Collingwood kicked the next 2, and then West Coast got one in the last 40 seconds of the game, which was really disappointing from a Collingwood side of things. For the goals for West Coast, Liam Ryan has 2 singles to Langdon, Naish, Edwards, Rioli and Kennedy. And for Collingwood, 1 to Henry, Dacos, Mychek, Wilson, kicked his first, Ginnivan and Hoskin Elliott. For disposals for both sides, Dacos, the 2 Dacos brothers, 20 and 19 apiece. Of course, Josh with the goal. Maynard and Crisp with 13. And for the Eagles, McGovern has 15. He's taken 8 marks, played really well. O'Neill 14, Naish and Redden with 13 each. The stats side of things, even possessions for both sides. Disposal efficiency even for both sides. So a pretty even sort of game. West Coast have had more kicks. Collingwood have had more hand passes. Collingwood with 6 more free kicks, but they are working harder at the ball. I must admit, laid a lot more tackles. They've had more contested possessions. West Coast, a lot more marks, 19 more marks, particularly in the uncontested side of things. They've both taken 8 marks inside 50, both sides. Tackles inside 50, Collingwood working harder, and Collingwood have had 9 more inside 50. So again, very much like last week, Collingwood a lot more inside 50s, just not being able to stop the score the other way. I mean, West Coast have kicked 7 goals in 22 inside 50, so that's 1 in every 3. With Collingwood going in 1 in every 5, so that's where you have it. So Collingwood need to stop West Coast being able to kick goals so easily. They are kicking goals pretty easily, considering where we're going to go. The theme of last week as well, although we've got a lot of the momentum, just can't score. So it'll be interesting to see how we go in the third quarter. Look, I still think Collingwood are going to win by 28 points, but I think they really need to put the matter to bed this quarter, get a 14 or 15 point lead. Well, obviously prefer more, like a 3-goal lead at 3-quarter time, because if West Coast are 1 or 2 points up in front in the third quarter, they'll have the wind up them and they'll go for it. So there we go. It's 3-quarter time. West Coast lead 7-2-44 to 6-6-42 at Saturday afternoon. Marvel, Jimmy and the Fat Man, brought to you by Deep Insurance. So it's 3-quarter time. Collingwood up by 7 points. Collingwood 9-10-64. Lead West Coast 9-3-57. So it's a 7 behind lead. Collingwood kicking 3-4 that quarter to 2-1. West Coast's accuracy obviously keeping them in the game, and a really good efficiency when they go forward, keeping them in the game. Collingwood have had the rub of the ground with the umpires, but they're putting a lot more pressure on than West Coast, given that they have a much better midfield in today, although Taylor Adams and Jordan Dugowie are out. So I think that the commentators keep banging on about West Coast's inexperience. I think it's a bit stupid, but I guess they're really wanting West Coast to win this one, considering their no wins, 3 losses. They did get out to a 13-point lead late in that third quarter, and then West Coast kicked 2 quick ones, and then Collingwood kicked a late steady up through a great goal through Brendan Maynard, who's probably Collingwood's best player so far. Goal kickers for the Eagles, they've got 3 multiple goal kickers, Ryan, Rioli and Kennedy with 2 each. And for Collingwood, Ginnivan, the only multiple goal kicker, he's kicked 2 goals too. And for on the disposal side of things, for the pies, Dacos brothers again, 1 and 2, 27 and 26 apiece, although Josh Dacos has been rather wasteful by foot today. Crisp with 20. And for the Eagles, McGovern, 22 possessions. Of course, he's just dominating across that half-back line with 22. O'Neill on 20, Witherden 18. Let's have a look at some of the stats. Collingwood, 14 more disposals, completely dominating. They've had more contested possessions. Now they've had more run contested possessions. They dominated that quarter so much. Taken 2 more marks inside 50. They've only taken 10 less marks now. They completely dominated that quarter. Completely. They've 7 more clearances. They've laid 7 more tackles inside 50, 15 more tackles. They've had 21 more inside 50s, 50 to 29. So, look, this game should be far more. Should be over by now. But it's 9-10 to 9-3. So there you go. That's where we're sitting at 3/4 time. Collingwood 64 leading West Coast 57. Be back to you at the end of the game with the Fat Man votes. What can you say? For the second week in a row, we have a game literally in the basket, take it home, wrap it up, and we've accidentally put it in the wrong boot and driven home. Then gone home and then found that the game wasn't in the boot. Really just for the second week in a row, our much lauded defence has horribly let us down. Alright, yes, we kicked inaccurately. Yes, West Coast have twice in 3 years finished with 3 behinds for the entire game. But really, I mean, look, a lot of luck had to go their way. The last 4 goals weren't actual passes. They literally weren't looking. I mean, that one that Nick Natnui kicked, that's I can't remember who marked and kicked the goal. I think it was Willie Rioli, but he literally didn't even pick up the ball. He just kicked it off the ground, and Willie Rioli outmarked Noble. It was that. Look, the last quarter was stunningly predictable. We really struggled to kick goals in last quarters. We kicked 1 against Adelaide. We didn't kick a goal in the last quarter against the Cats, and we kicked 1-4 again against the Eagles. So we have to do something to stop this. Either we're running and gunning too much in the first 3 quarters and running out of legs in the last quarter. And I would honestly have to say that the sort of game style we play, whilst everyone's saying how amazing it is, I look at it and go, I actually don't like it. I'll be honest with you. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's fun to watch. I've said that it is fun to watch, and when you're winning, it's terrific. But we've now 2 weeks in a row where the opposition have kicked 14 goals. Or I don't know what the kill us, but what I mean trying to say is they've kicked 14 goals, and I'd have to say that have to be 12 of those 14 goals would have to be the easiest 12 goals that West Coast have kicked in the game of football. Because our players are too concerned about running rather than getting back and defending. Our much lauded defence is getting pantsed week in, week out. And we'll go through the stats. So again, in that last quarter, Collingwood kicking 1 goal 4 to 5 straight. I mean, West Coast in the second half, Collingwood kicked 4-8 to 7-1. 4-8 to 7-1. That's telling. And then it's been that third quarter where we have 15 inside 50s to 5. And we finished with 2 goals for 3, 3 goals for 2. It's not good enough. We play the sort of game style where you have to be 30 or 40, probably even more now, 40 or 50 points up at 3/4 time to win, because we're out on our feet. And you could tell early in the late in the third quarter when we were just kicking the ball around. When we had all the, anyway, I could do this all day, but I'm not going to. Best for the, let's go through the goal kickers first. For the Eagles, Willie, and this tells you, Willie Rioli, 3 goals. Kennedy, 3 goals. Ryan, 2 goals. Darling, 2 goals. That's their main 4 targets, kicking 10 goals between them. So once again, our defence got absolutely pantsed. Just not manning up. Singles to Waterman, Naish, Langdon, and Edwards. And for the Pies, Sidebottom. Ginnivan and Mychek with 2 each. Mychek was just he gives his heart and soul every week, that bloke. Cameron, Henry, Dacos, Maynard, Wilson, Hoskin Elliott, all with singles. That's Josh Dacos, he kicked the goal. For the disposals for Collingwood, Josh Dacos, Nick Dacos, 32 possessions, Crisp 29, Josh 28, Pendlebury 23. Pendlebury went to the midfield in that last quarter. Maynard 22. Maynard probably our best player today, along with Mycheck for the Eagles. Witherden 27, O'Neill 24, Nash 23, McGovern 22. We'll have a look at the stats. Collingwood 14 more disposals, 7 less contested possessions. We just got outworked in the last quarter. 13 marks inside 50 to 12. We won the ruck, hit out 19 more inside 50s. 90, and in the end it told, because we kicked 10-14 to 14-3, 24 scoring shots to 17. We should have won that game by 40 or 50 points, but instead I'm heartbroken with a 13-point loss. And the other thing is that brings us right back to the pack now. We're out of the 8. Okay, that loss would have, if we had won that game, we'd probably sitting 4th or 5th. But instead now we're back in the pack, and that West Coast game was actually one of the winnable ones, because now we have games against Brisbane at the Gabba, Essendon at the MCG on Anzac Day, and then Gold Coast at the MCG. So, people will pencil in the Gold Coast game as a winnable game, but after we saw today, you kick 10-14 and let the opposition go at 95% effective rate. Anyway, done this enough. I've got Jimmy here. We're going to say hello. So, let's do the votes. Give 1 vote to Brody Mycheck. Again, gave his absolute heart out and really monitored McGovern in the last 3 quarters. Give 2 votes to Brendan Maynard. Braz was an absolute gun. That goal that kicked in the 3rd quarter was just stunning. And best on ground performance to Nick Dacos. Don't be surprised if he wins our best of Ferris in his first year. Give that to Nick Dacos. So there you have it. There's our 3-2-1. There's my 3-2-1. I'll put the leaderboard on. I'll be back in a moment with Jimmy. Hello everyone. So I've finished talking about the footy. Jimmy's back, and he's going to be with us for the next 3 days. As where are we going tomorrow?
We are going to Queensland.
We're going to Queensland, so that should be really excited. Thank you, Mama Bear. Yes, Captain
Saturday,
Movies.
9th of April.
I was just about to say.
Jimmy and the Fat Man, of course.
And now we have a little guest.
Yeah, we're really excited. All right, Captain Movies, come down. We're really excited. We're really excited to be going to Queensland tomorrow on a plane. It'll be Captain Movies' 3rd time on a plane, and Jimmy's been on the plane a few times as well. Okay, you go down there. Are you going to stay still? Yeah. Stay still, please. So, Jimmy, what did you get up to today?
Well, with my mom, I got to maybe some few things. First, a sneaky, download a sneaky app on Mommy's phone.
Yeah?
Yep. But it wasn't scary. It was just like Among Us, but just kind of different.
Yeah? What else did you do?
I had some ice cream milkshake.
Yeah?
And some chicken nuggets.
Yeah. And what are we going to do tonight? What movie are we going to watch tonight?
We are going to watch a simple movie, literally not scary. And
we're going to watch Encanto, yes.
Daddy. And do you know that song gets into my head the entire time?
Which one?
The donkey one.
Daddy?
The donkey one?
Yeah.
Don't talk about Bruno. Donkey one? What donkey one? Pup, are you here? Or have you gone outside? It's gone outside. Anyway, so we're going to watch Encanto, have a lot of fun. We're going to have these boys on a plane, leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Captain Movies went to the trampoline park today. So look, we've all had a lot of
Yep.
fun today, other than the football. We're going to talk about that.
Yep.
So yeah, so there we have it. Going on a plane tomorrow.
We also need to do the winner. Like, I mean, we still need to do like the vitamin.
No, also yeah. Yeah, we're going to go to the theme park tomorrow. Sorry, on Monday we'll tape all that for you. What's the weather tomorrow? Hey Google, what's the weather in the Gold Coast tomorrow?
Tomorrow in Gold Coast, Australia, it'll be partly cloudy with a high of 26 and a low of 10.
So there you go, 26 in the Gold Coast tomorrow. Should be absolutely beautiful, stunning day. Jimmy, our competition for the Blu-ray for Venom and the Suicide Squad is over. So Jimmy, you know what?
What?
You're going to be choosing the winner tomorrow, and we're going to announce it on our show tomorrow. Sound fun?
Sounds fun.
Yep, and also
Dad.
we're going to extend the competition to you tag your name in this video, and someone gets to win dinner with either Nick Maxwell, Luke Ball, Tom Bell Chambers, or David Zarakis Anzac Day Eve.
Yep.
It should be a lot of fun. What are you most looking forward to about our trip to Queensland, Jimmy?
Well, we are gonna go to Queensland, but while we're on the plane, we are going put on Netflix on the plane.
And what are you going to watch?
I'm gonna watch one of my favorite shows of all time,
What's that?
Ben 10.
You watch Ben 10, so you're not going to watch Is It Cake? Oh, maybe you're going to watch both. Wah! He didn't like that at all. He didn't like that at all. All right, well, look, no, don't push. All right, so that's it. That's all we have time for you tonight. We're about to sit down and watch a family movie in Kanto.
Yeah.
Queensland tomorrow, we're going to be taping the whole trip, so you're going to get to see what we get up to. You get your head out of the way. I'm the star of the show. All right, so that's it. Have a wonderful week, because tomorrow, for most of you, it's the working week starts
Like,
tomorrow.
subscribe, and
For
ring
my family,
the
yes,
bell.
make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and what else do we do?
Ring the bell!
So ring the bell.
You don't need to tell
So
me
ring the
that
bell.
every time, Dad.
Ring the bell. Say it louder. Ring the bell.
Ring the bell!
You. Ring the bell. No, and for my family to yours.
Peace!